Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, and some leaked images have come out of the full item list of not just life and death, but also the upcoming 2 creator kits, Sweet Slumber Party and Cozy Kitsch. First, we'll go over life and death featuring images from Thematically. So with Creative Sim, we have quite a few items, though it is inflated somewhat by age conversion. So with hairstyles, they're not only available for teens and older, but also for children, and some styles having both an ombre and natural version, and both of those also being available for children. But there are some more unique items that I like here, especially the Reaper suits. They have some cute clothing for toddlers and infants, which is nice since they usually don't get much, if at all. There's a new set of nails. There's also a new robe for adults, which is nice. There's a Plague Doctor mask. I'm curious about the eye makeup because I feel like that one I'll really have to see in the game and not just through a thumbnail. Because as always, at least some of these items I don't feel are done justice by the thumbnails alone, and then I see in the game, oh yeah, they look way better, or they have some really interesting variations in their swatches that you can't really see from just a thumbnail of a single swatch. There's also a new facial hair, and in the bottom row, it's really funny, those ghost costumes with the sunglasses on them. Overall, I think there's an interesting theme going on here that's darker than what we typically get, but also there are some items that feel a little familiar to me, like especially the long hair with the bangs. I just feel like I've seen styles like that in packs such as Outdoor Retreat and My Wedding Stories, and some of the tops, like especially the more formal ones, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm seeing them in the thumbnail, but they also feel kind of similar to things that we've had in other packs. On the other hand, we have such a ridiculous amount of DLC, it gets harder and harder to not repeat certain themes or looks. So unless they do something super out there like a steampunk theme, then it seems like, as terrible as it is, it's almost unavoidable at this point. The build buy includes things such as a set of double doors, some windows, some chairs, of course, a new kitchen counter, some wallpapers, new rocking chair, a new bassinet. That's cool. I didn't realize we were getting a new bassinet. We have the tarot card art that we've seen on the roadmap, but as an actual in-game item as painting, so that's neat. There's a freezer bony, kind of like the ones in Reaper's Rewards, but it looks different. Like, not a completely flat cutout, but kind of gives me a similar vibe. I don't know. You have a new mirror. Looks like, yeah, we have some bathroom furniture, curtains, another window, some plants, lights, a lot of just like, I guess, stuff you would expect to see in an expansion pack, where it does look like we have like a decent amount of items of a theme that can fill a whole house, compared to say like the Courtyard Oasis kit, which is just for a courtyard, and then of course that's on a much smaller scale since it's a kit. So it's nice to see a theme that is more complete. We also have some new urns and gravestones, so that we can use that from the style picker when we click on them in live mode. You have a new fireplace, a new table lamp, new beds. Actually, more beds than I thought we were getting. It's funny, I remember a very specific period in 2016 where many of us were asking for more beds because there weren't that many in the game at the time. And even today, they hear us loud and clear on that front. There's some coffins, which our Sims are able to woohoo in, just like what we have in Vampires. There's 2 new swing sets and a new set of monkey bars. And of course, I have to mention the pet crow. Looking forward to having that in my game. Oh, and it's interesting that the tarot cards appear as a build buy item. I figured since they're supposed to be a collection, they wouldn't count, or maybe it's just a decorative stack of cards that does nothing. Overall, I think the build by looks pretty good, but again, it is something I'd have to fully see in-game to judge. But I think they've done the theme better here compared to Create a Sim. I don't feel like there's as much going on here that feels like a repeat. Now let's move on to the two creator kits. So Anadius is the one who leaked the item list, and Sims community provided images of them in their article, which I'll link to in the video description below. So starting with Sweet Slumber, we have two images to go through. The item count here is inflated quite a bit because you have the same items twice, once for the feminine frame and one for the masculine frame. So first we have a pair of cat eye sunglasses. I don't see how those go with the slumber party theme, but they're pretty cute. Then the next three items with the stars on the face, I saw some of you in the comments saying that, oh, those are probably acne patches, and I suppose that does make more sense than them simply being face stickers. We have an eye mask, and we had one of those in Lovestruck too, and it's just still funny to me. I wish there was a way so that those would automatically come off when your sim gets out of bed, because otherwise I think they're kind of pointless. If the sim keeps walking around with them on, then it makes it look like as if they can't see, but are also able to somehow see through them at the same time, because they're still walking normally. Pore strips are the next couple items. Thank you in the comments for also telling me about that. Then we have a couple of full body outfits. Both of these contain plain and pattern swatches. For time's sake, I'm not going to show every single swatch because I'm going to go over all of that in my review anyways. And if you want, you can still take a look at them at your own leisure in the Sims community article. But that is disappointing that the shorts in the first outfit are not also a separated option. But then we have a couple of pairs of nails that I think look really cute and come in very vibrant colors. Next, we have a frilly top and a striped shirt, both with freezer bunnies on them. Love seeing the freezer bunnies appear on stuff, with the freezer bunny basically being like a mascot of The Sims. Then we have a button-up top in both the masculine and feminine versions. But yeah, it has a more silky textured, kind of more suited to sleeping. Then we have a similar button-up top, though the collar is lower and there's more like a frilly texture around the buttons. And of course, there's the ribbon patterns all over them, and it's a bit more loose on the bottom. Then we got some pajama pants that come in both animal pattern and track pants style variants. And then ruffled shorts, some more pants. Then we got a cute pair of animal socks in a variety of animal designs ranging from cats to owls to panda bears. Then we got a pair of leggings. Some are plain. There's a freezer bunny one, a strawberry one, and some striped swatches as well. Lastly, we have the first out of 3 pairs of heels in this kit. What? That really doesn't make sense with this theme, at least without the proper context. With this being a leak, yeah, that sucks we don't have the full context. There could be a better reason that I can't think of at the moment, but they are cute. Moving on to the second image, we have what I believe is another pore strip, a full body nightgown, and also a nightgown with sleeves, which kind of reminds me a little bit of a style that we had in Cottage Living. There's also a jacket, and also a jacket like with the tie layered underneath it. I don't understand how those fit into this theme either. I really hope it'll make more sense once this is all officially announced, and then Trillic can officially like explain everything. And then we have the tank top with the feminine and masculine variants. There's the striped shirt again, shorts, the matching pants that have the ribbons on them that go at the top, some more shorts, and there's the other 2 pairs of heels. And we also have a couple pairs of slippers, which I think make way more sense than the heels, and I think they look great too. Definitely a nice change from the base game stuff. Lastly, we got the Cozy Kitsch kit, and I think I understand now why I felt there were so few items just going by the screenshots, because we have some items where they're variations of the same thing, like the ceiling light coming in all the different wall heights, and also the chair that comes in the 3 variants. So it's like, oh, we have the 1-seater, the 2-seater couch, and the 3-seater couch. There's the side table that has the full-length one, and then one where it's like the left side variation and the right side variation. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have a complete set of an item. I like it when we get that, but especially when it comes to very small DLC like kits, it sucks that having variations of the same item seem to take up item count in pretty much the same way that a completely different item would. So it's just like a really unfortunate limitation when it comes to The Sims. I'm glad that Paralives seems to be getting around that. Like, for example, with beds, you can just stretch a single bed into a double bed without it having to be a completely separate item. Apart from that, I think my opinion of this kit is roughly the same as it was before. I think my Shuno-san has done a decent job on this. The theme just for some reason doesn't like have me falling head over heels for it, but I'll say that from what I've seen of the swatches, especially in the official screenshots, they look really good. My favorite item is still the radio. I love the classic design and all the colors it has, and we don't really have a whole lot of tabletop radios. Some of them are more modern, smart speakers sort of thing, but that's fine. I would just like to see some more that actually look like radios that are smaller and can fit on surfaces. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention the light switch at the end. It's not often that we get light switches, but that is an interesting design. That's pretty much it. So now that I think about it, it is funny how it's like when you put these 3 DLC all together, they are pretty different in terms of their colors, where with Life and Death, obviously darker. And then with Sweet Slumber Party, you have really vibrant colors. And then with Cozy Kitsch, it's almost in the middle of them in a way. Like, yeah, it's also bright, I suppose, but I probably wouldn't say it's like as bright as what we've seen of Sweet Slumber Party. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts on these 3 DLCs so far in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!